This is just coming out. Over 700 videos of war crimes committed by Israel that were displayed on YouTube were recently wiped out because of the Trump administration's efforts with its sanctions on these Palestinian organizations. This was originally posted on the internet. YouTube quietly erased more than 700 videos documenting Israeli human rights violations. The tech giant deleted the accounts of three prominent Palestinian human rights groups, a capitulation to the Trump sanctions. YouTube, who is owned by Google, confirmed to The Intercept that it deleted the group's accounts as a direct result of state level sanctions against the group after a review. The Trump administration leveled the sanctions against the organization in September over their work with the International Criminal Court in cases charging Israeli officials of war crimes. I want to make that very clear. The Trump administration had YouTube delete these videos because of sanctions it placed on groups that helped the ICC take action against Israeli officials. When nonprofit organizations took action at the International Criminal Court against war crimes by Israel, the Trump administration then took action against those nonprofits. That's where we're at. That's the Israel First agenda in the MIGA campaign, for Make Israel Great Again campaign. So that's what's been going on. And what's so shocking about this is these videos were not stored. A lot of these videos were not stored anywhere else. They were completely wiped off YouTube. Google is committed to compliance with applicable sanctions and trade compliance laws. This is coming from the YouTube spokesperson. According to Google's sanctions compliance publisher policy, Google publisher products are not eligible for any entities or individuals that are restricted under applicable trade sanctions or export compliance law. That's again coming from that Google spokesperson who stated that these videos have been wiped out. One of the human rights organizations in Gaza that was publishing these videos told The Intercept that its YouTube channel was abruptly terminated this year on October without any prior notification. Terminating the channel deprives us from reaching what we aspire to convey our messages and to fulfill our mission, a spokesperson for the group said, and prevents us from achieving our goals and limits our reach. The West Bank's Al Haq channel. So this one actually touches home a little bit for me. I've been working with Palestinian Christians in Bethlehem for quite some time, and I've been also working with Palestinians in the West Bank and near a city named Nablus. And I've been helping this Palestinian Christian, Elise Kissia, deal with settlers who've stolen her home in Bethlehem. And she and I were working with many human rights groups in the West Bank to assist her, and one of which is Al Haq, the Palestinian human rights organization, which now I am ineligible to work with because of the fact that I'm an American and these are sanctioned organizations. I can no longer be affiliated with any, nor can anybody else. So this is the thing, the Al Haq channel, and literally the only thing that this channel's purpose, the only thing this organization's purpose is to document human rights violations and settler violence against Palestinians in the West Bank, which includes land theft of Palestinian homes, Palestinian Christians and Muslims, which includes documented cases of violence against Palestinians or their properties or their livestock as well in the West Bank and occupied territories. That's the entire premise of this organization, and they've been sanctioned by the U.S. government for helping an international body take action against a genocidal regime, which of course is Israel. YouTube's removal of a human rights organization's platform carried out without prior warning represents serious failure of principle and an alarming setback for human rights and freedom of expression. This comes from the Al Haq spokesperson. The U.S. sanctions are being used to cripple accountability work on Palestine and silence Palestinian voices and victims, and this has a ripple effect on such platforms also acting under such measures to further silence Palestinian voices. This is the thing, though. None of this is a surprise to us because we know the Heritage Foundation, which helped and really did push this conservative Israel First agenda in the United States. One of their main focus was actually on Israel and Palestine and making sure to basically stomp out the Palestine movement in the United States. So let's take a look here and see what people are saying on social media about it. We have one individual here, and he's a documentary filmmaker and journalist in Gaza. YouTube deleted all my coverage of Israeli soldiers shooting civilians, including children targeted on a live stream, along with my entire account. No community guidelines violated, and 3 separate excuses given to me. Then Google deleted my email and won't respond to appeals. Just completely cut them off. Here comes censorship. I was talking about. Myron Gaines states Israel's doing a full court press on the mainstream and social media. Current report stated YouTube has removed the channels of 3 major Palestinian human rights groups, deleting over 700 videos that documented Israeli war abuses. Um, how it started, how it's going. Don't be evil again. Just the same article that I was just showing you guys here. And of course, Donald Trump preaches being America first, but we're seeing the exact opposite of it. It's really Israel first policy here because none of this benefits America aside from just basically furthering and confirming what a lot of people already believe, which is that Israel runs this entire country and controls the media, which that's the narrative, and everything that the government is doing seems to be verifying exactly that. Clash Reports states the same exact thing. Google says it acted to comply with the Trump administration's sanctions tied to the group's cooperation with the International Criminal Court. And this is why archives are important, like the archive created by Receipts, this random account. The archive contains tens of thousands of footage documenting these war crime violations as well. And it goes on, and this is kind of what we're seeing over and over again. So YouTube deleted videos documenting Israeli crimes against humanity by wiping accounts posted them off of its site. Looking outside the US, the deleted videos range in scope from investigations such as an analysis of the Israeli killing of the American journalist Shireen Abu Akleh to testimonies of Palestinians tortured by Israeli forces in documentaries like, quote, The Beach, about children playing on a beach who were killed by an Israeli airstrike. This is, again, coming from the Intercept's article on this event. Caving to Trump's demands. Both the U.S. and Israeli governments have long shielded themselves from the ICC and accountability for their alleged war crimes. Neither country is part of the Rome Statute, the international treaty that established the court. In November, the ICC prosecutors issued arrest warrants for Netanyahu and Gallant, charging the leaders with intentionally starving civilians by blocking aid from entering Gaza. Both the Biden and Trump administration rejected the legitimacy of the warrants. So this is kind of where we're at. And unfortunately, it's even if the next incoming president reverses these sanctions against these Palestinian organizations, how likely is it that YouTube will immediately reinstate their account? Or if they do reinstate their account, the videos will likely be wiped out completely by then. So that's kind of what we're dealing with at this point. And this is just really the beginning. I think that regardless of the public discourse, even on the right, the conservative right that's speaking out against this Israel first agenda, which is being really steamrolled by the Groypers when it comes to the younger generation, showing their criticism and criticalness of this Israel first agenda. Despite that, the government itself doesn't seem to really be doing anything different when it comes to our foreign policy. It seems actually, if anything, they're doubling down and going down even harder. They're trying to erase what happened and stop coverage of Gaza under the guise of a, quote, ceasefire while Israel continues its occupation and blocks aid. The genocide didn't end, and you can't erase the horrors we've seen over the last 2 years. I knew which side Google was on when it took down the Street View maps of Gaza, when we were using it to disprove that they were attacking Hamas bases, and they were in fact targeting bakeries, churches, mosques, schools, and hospitals. And again, these articles just go on and on and on. Told you YouTube was evil. The entire Google corporate monstrosity should be charged with crimes against humanity, dismantled, and its executives prosecuted and imprisoned. They've committed so many crimes against humanity and against America that I've lost count. If you are using any Google products whatsoever, you are supporting extreme evil on planet. That's a pretty strong statement there. And so we'll see how things unfold moving forward. It's really unfortunate, and this is kind of what happens when you have a regime that's so dedicated on pushing the agenda of a foreign country. If you found this video interesting, would appreciate some super chats as well, guys. Go through some of the comments here right now. Deleting content from foreign government propaganda is super treason. A Trump live shadow banned me after anti-Zionist comments. It's definitely a major propaganda war, is what seems like we're seeing. And yeah, it's very unfortunate. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.